Hello Stampers, this is Jennifer Sinceri with Stampin Up, and today I'm going to show you how to do a really fun and easy coloring technique using sponge daubers. Okay, and this is the card we're going to make today. Isn't this beautiful? Alright, things that you're going to need. I did use the butterfly punch on this particular card, obviously not for the technique but for the decorating. And we also used the layered leaves embossing folder. I used sentiment here from this stamp set called Abstract Impressions, which goes with the Springtime Impressions Thinlet Dies, and I actually used this piece. This is the one that we're going to color. Then I also used a couple butterflies from the Butterfly Gala set, and I also used this sentiment here, You've Been on My Mind. And I needed a rectangle, so I actually used the Rectangle Stitched Framelit Dies. Okay. Whoops. Oh goodness. Alright. You're also going to need sponge daubers. They come 5 in a package. You're going to need to use ink pads, whatever colors you choose, and then some adhesives. I used snail, and I used glue dots and dimensionals. Okay, let's get started. So here's my piece I've already pre-cut out using my Big Shot. And I'm going to start with Melon Mambo. And take my dauber, move those out of the way. I'm going to color the big roses. Alright, and when I do this, I'm going to swirl. You can also dab, but I find that sometimes dabbing gives you spots of color, and I would like to have even color. I started in the center, and so the center is a little bit darker. Go ahead and do this one, starting in the center, swirling out. And it gets a little bit lighter as I go out. Okay. And then I'm going to do this rose. In the center, swirling out. And if you get the color on other parts, that's okay. It's all right. All right, next color we're going to use is Blueberry Bushel, which is one of my favorite in colors right now. It's actually retiring. The retiring list is going to be posted tomorrow. So, oops, I just dropped my dabber. If you want cardstock or ink or re-inkers, you're going to want to get them like tonight. And I say that because they sell out within minutes. Once people know the retiring list is out, things sell out quickly. All right, and it is as supplies last. I think I'm going to do, which one? I'll do this one right here. Okay, and I think I will do this one here. Just want to make sure I get all the edges. I don't want white to show. Okay. Next color I think I will do the leaves in Mint Macaron. Okay. Dab. And we're going to just swirl on the leaves and the little sprigs. Very light, very springy. This leaf got pink on it, and that's okay. Okay. My sprig. Another sprig. Very easy. It gives it a chalked look I don't know if you guys remember when chalks were really popular in stamping. Stampin' Up actually used to sell chalks. I love finding different uses for something. For my ink pads, I can do several different things with them, which I love. So you get a lot for your money. All right, here's a leaf here. Okay, and here's some leaves here. We got a lot of leaves on this piece, don't we? I think I got them all. Okay, and then I'm going to change colors, and I'm going to do crushed curry. And I'm going to do the daisy-like flowers with the crushed curry. From the center going out. Okay. I want to make sure I get all that white. Okay, almost done. It's actually very quick and easy. All right, I think I want a little more color right there and get that a little darker. Okay, and the last color we're going to use is Calypso Coral. All right, change my dauber. I don't use a dauber for every single color. I just use one for reds, one for oranges, one for yellows, one for greens, whatever color they are in the same color family. And you notice I'm stamping off a little bit because I re-inked this ink pad and it's really dark. And I didn't want a dark color, but that's okay. All right, there is my piece. Move it over there so you can see it. So you definitely want to have something underneath you when you're working because you're going to get ink on it. Okay, the next step, I cut my card base, regular card base. I cut my paper at 5 1/2, and then I scored it at 4 1/4. And then I already embossed my paper. And so this is 4 and 5 1/4. And I'm just going to use my snail. So you've just seen the sponge daubing technique. Super easy. Took me what? 5 minutes? 6 minutes? And now I'm just assembling my card. All right. Now, because this has so many holes, we're actually going to use glue dots, and I'll show you how we're going to cover the stickiness up. I'm just going to put glue dots on the biggest pieces, the biggest flowers. Okay. And there. Make sure we don't tear our flower. And this one, move that back a little bit more. There we go. All right, I just used 3 glue dots. And I know you're probably thinking that's it. Yep, that's it. Make sure we don't have any little scraps. Okay. And get that on those 3 pieces. Okay, next, if you wanted to, you could have added a little bit of wink of stella to give it some sparkle. You don't have to. I'm just going to lightly, I probably should have done this before I put it down, but I forgot. So if you like sparkle, you can just go in there, add it in here and there. I probably will spend a little more time doing that later. Now I already stamped this on my rectangle die. This says, if flowers were hugs, I'd send you 1,000. And I'm going to adhere that with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm using the regular size for this. Okay. And then we just take those little backings off. And place that about here. And you could stop there if you wanted, but I wanted to add a little bit more, so I am going to use my scrap paper from when I cut out my die, and there's a lot of paper right there that I can use. I'm actually going to stamp a butterfly. Now, you usually want to do things in odd numbers, so that would be 1, 3, or 5. And I don't think this card needs a lot because I want my sponging to be the highlight. So I'm just going to do 1. Okay, there's my little butterfly. And then I'm going to use my butterfly punch. And cut that little guy out. Make sure I don't cut his wings. Okay. Move that over. Alright, now, because he's so little, we're going to use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Just take one of those off. Put it right there in the middle. Peel off our backing. And then, I think put him right there. Okay, I could stop there, but because I like bling, I'm going to add in a couple pearls, and we want to use the smallest pearls. So I'm going to take these off and put a pearl there, and put another pearl here. And then remember I said I needed to cover up those sticky spots, my sticky glue dots? Well, I'm going to use the bigger pearls to do that. And I'm just going to cover up the sticky glue dot with a pearl. And now you don't have to worry about that getting stuck onto something. You're covering it up. Okay? And there you go. Now, I like to dress up the inside of my cards also, so I'll show you what I did on this one. I just put another 4 by 5.5 page in there of Whisper White, and I stamped the larger butterfly image, and I did the same butterfly that I did on the front. I just didn't put pearls in it, and I did another one. So, if flowers were hugs, I'd send you 1,000. You've been on my mind. Isn't that sweet? So, hopefully you are excited to try this new coloring technique using the sponge daubers. Okay, if you would like to place an order, this is my hostess code for the month of April. You would go ahead and plug that in, and if your order was over or $150 or over, then you're going to want to claim your own hostess credit. So if you don't already have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to help you with your crafting needs. I am located in the Sacramento Valley in California. I do hold face-to-face workshops and classes. Obviously we're not doing that right now. Instead, I'm doing take-home kits. You can find me on Facebook. I'm also looking to build my team. So I would say that if you have a lot on your wish list, if you have at least $99 worth of items that you want, you might consider signing up as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, because with that you get 20% discount, and you're going to get free shipping on your first order, and you're going to also get $125 worth of product for just $99. So it's a great deal. You don't have to work it as a business. You could just be a hobby demonstrator. It's totally up to you. Just thought I would throw that out there for people who have a lot on their wish list. It might be something to consider. All right, I hope you've had fun this evening, and I hope you try this new technique. All right, bye Stampers.